Welcome back to KTN Life and Style. This is Innovate, and I have Tendai, who excites me because he knows so much about innovations, applications, things that I would never know. I'm not a tech girl, but hey, thanks to you.
That is why I'm here.
Yeah. How are you, though?
Bro, thank you, Mkali. How are you?
I am well, excited.
Are you ready for today's technology?
Yes, I am.
We have a bunch of tech goodies with us here, guys. So you can just best believe this is going to be an experience like no other.
All right.
Isn't it?
Water, amazing.
Now, I mean, you see, the thing is, Mkali, if you take a look over here, I have two devices with me today. I was going to review this one, but when I say that for a future episode, because I need you to make a favor. You know, I don't want you to do this for me. What I'm about to ask you, you're not going to do this for me. You're going to do this for people who are watching at home, because they're the ones that truly matter. We want to satisfy their tech enthusiasm.
You realize I know nothing about technology.
But you have great technology. That's what makes it great. Mkali, which phone do you have?
Well,
which phone do you have? It's okay, you can go on and brag. Tell us which phone you have.
Okay, I'm going to do this. S7 Edge, Samsung Galaxy.
S7 Edge.
Oh, yes.
The Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge is actually one of the leading Samsung devices in the market right now. So she's doing very well when it comes to being rolling with the latest technology. So I want you to do me a favor. You see, your phone is famous for many different features, and including one feature called it has IP67. You know what that basically means?
No idea.
That's not an Einstein theory. Trust me.
Yeah, it seems like it.
It basically means that your phone can get into water. It's dust-proof and waterproof. You have seen, huh? You have seen where you have dotted the lines together.
That is not happening.
Mkali, please. We need this to happen for the sake of technology. This is how we take things to the next level. You know?
You're serious, right?
100%. So we need to sacrifice your Samsung Galaxy S7 in Gikwa Image.
And then what?
We see if it survives. You know,
You see,
guys normally hear so many cool things about technology, but we need to test them out practically to see that yes, this can work.
You couldn't even tell me about this off camera,
because
right?
I want to make sure I catch you, you know, by surprise. You know, that's to show the organicness. So I'm gonna grab your Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. This is how it looks like, guys. For those who are watching at home, this is a beautiful device. We are gonna you're not taking that anyway. You're not taking that anyway. This phone is going swimming today.
Okay. This
phone is going Michael Phelping today. So this is a Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take off its protective case. This, of course, is for to keep the phone, of course, safe.
Yeah.
So we're gonna, you know, we're gonna do the opposite. We're gonna remove the safety, the safety precaution. So slowly now, we're gonna strip this phone publicly on TV. And so here's the device. I mean, in fact, let's just give a little rundown of exactly what this device does.
As I hold on to the jug.
As you hold on to the jug. First of all, like we mentioned, this is Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. The edge factor means that the glass on the phone actually leaks to the sides, which is a beautiful feature. I mean, compared to, let's say, a normal standard phone, it's just flat. But this bleeds over to the edge, giving it a whole different look. It is beautiful as you look at it. As you can see, it has an amazing display, and we're going to talk all about it. In fact, we're going to make the water be the last bit, all right? So you can stay sure knowing that your phone has a couple of more seconds alive, hopefully. Hopefully not. All right, so basically, like I mentioned, the Samsung Galaxy S7, this phone is an absolutely beautiful beast. We're going to take a look right round. First of all, when you come to the face, you will notice a huge 5.2-inch screen, which is, of course, great for, you know, using social media, playing games, multi-viewing, like, you know, movies, looking at pictures, looking at videos. It's perfect for that. And has a QHD screen. QHD screen meaning it's basically more clear than HD. Okay. Yeah, it's like 2 times HD. That's a big deal.
I'm learning.
That's a very big deal. In other words, you can zoom onto an ant and you can count its legs and all. So that's what basically does, you know, with amazing screen. We come over to the back, we notice it has a glass display. Not all phones have a glass display at back. This is actually a risky move on Samsung's side, because if it falls, your chances of breaking a glass are now 2, unlike, you know, 1 before. And at the side, we have a beautiful material, which is an aluminum metal alloy, which protects you from basically all type of falls. And Amma, we do a drop test.
No, 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 no.
Yeah, sure.
No, 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 no.
Are you sure?
No.
Give me a second while I pull up my mic. If I can find it, it's just, you know, it's retracting back and back and back.
That's okay.
All right, perfect, popped in. So, like I was mentioning, it has a beautiful display, and right round we have this metal that protects it. And this just gives it basically an elegant type of look. This is champagne gold. I see you have, you know, taste in the color and everything, eh? So this is champagne gold, and like I mentioned, from the outside, right round, beautiful device. Now let's take a look inside. Let's take a look at what makes this baby's heart beat. We're looking at an amazing octa-core processor, which is basically good for gaming, streaming live footage. So even if you're watching the Olympics, it's great for this. Or if you're watching KTN Life and Style, you can also, you know, just stream it one time. At the front, we have an amazing selfie camera, which we will test to see exactly what the selfie camera is able to do. At the bottom, we have a home button, not just any home button, but a home button with a fingerprint scanner. So it gives the ability to unlock your phone using a fingerprint and also save very important documents using, of course, just the home button. So like I mentioned, the home button is right here at the bottom, and we're going to test that. In fact, let's test that feature right now. We're going to test to see how good this home fingerprint locking is. When you want to set up the fingerprint scanner on the Galaxy S7, first you're going to have to go to your settings. Once you go to your settings, you're going to look, of course, for your security tab, which is right over here. If we can continue searching. You even know it better than I do. So here we are. This is the lock interface. We're immediately going to open the fingerprint, and of course, Mkali has a lock, which I happen to know.
Yeah.
And now the whole of Kenya knows.
Yeah.
So
I'll change that.
you have to change that now. So okay, we're going to add a fingerprint. The first thing Samsung tells us to do is place your finger on the home button key. This is the home button key. Lift it up and repeat this motion multiple times. So just like that. So we're gonna basically load up our fingerprint. So what it does is actually scans those two, you know, the fingerprints onto the device, and that gives you, of course, now top-notch security. So as you can see, it's registering my fingerprint. We're 50% going up, 63, 71, and ideally, this multiple times helps, of course, with the security features. Boom, success. So this phone knows my fingerprint better than I do, technically.
Yes, it does.
You get what I mean?
My
so
phone.
let's test it out.
Okay.
Your phone.
Yeah, my phone.
So we're gonna lock it and see how fast it does open. And if it opens, Amma, this is just a gimmick that the phone companies are using. Thumb test.
There you go.
That's fast.
That's fast.
Lightning speed. And in fact, this is even faster than most conventional scanners on laptops or in banks as a whole. So you find this is not just good for, you know, security. You might ask yourself, how can I use this type of technology? You can actually buy goods online using your fingerprint scanner. You can make banking transactions using your fingerprint scanner, and you can save your own personal important documents using your same fingerprint. So that is a great deal when it comes to security, and that's something that mobile companies are taking into precautions nowadays. So just a quick run through. Your thumb is over there. Pap. It's open. So once your device is, of course, open, now you can get to see and admire the beauty that it actually has. Like I mentioned, this is a Quad HD screen, and it has an absolute... I thought your phone was hanging.
No, it's not.
And it's an absolutely beautiful interface. We're going to come down here to actually see which version of Android it's running, so we are all able to have a look at that. And if we look at the bottom over here, we're able to get a bit status of exactly what this device has. So if you want to, of course, know your device, of course, Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, you can just go to the settings in order to get a more clarified detail. It's running Android Marshmallow, which is, wow, this is the latest version of Android right now in the market. And as you can see, it shows you a small little video. Do you know this is there? So yes, it shows a small little interface video to show you what software it's running. But another bomb feature about this phone is the camera. The camera is an absolutely great. In fact, it's one of the best cameras in all of devices right now. We're looking at a 12 megapixel camera that's able of capturing detail for detail. And we're going to test that right now. So of course, if you want to open your camera application, you go again with your fingerprint, tap, you look for your camera roll. There we have camera. And now we've opened up the camera. So the moment you open up, you have multiple features and rather options that you can do, from pro mode to select focus to panorama to video collect. I wanted to try a couple of things here. There's something called Pro Mode. Pro Mode is essentially making your phone like a DSLR, a professional camera. You're able to control the shutter speed, the iOS, the iris, the exposure. You're able to have control of this, and with most devices, this is not even an option. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take out one of my Odin rings over here, and we're gonna take a picture of it. If you hold your phone for a second. So we're gonna place this ring over here. And if we move to the side, I want us to slowly, show this so that everyone who's watching can have a look. So if you can notice, right now it's all white. It's like it's what we call it overexposed.
Yes.
So we're gonna actually change these settings quite a bit to make it at least more visible. We're gonna bring down the iOS to an adequate size. Perfect. Now we can even see the ring. So when I take a focus on the ring, just tap the ring over there. Tap to focus. We change a bit of the iOS. Hold down. Perfectly bright. Iris is open all the way up. And something that you're going to do with all phones, you can actually manually focus with this particular device. So if you can check this out, I'm going to manually focus on the ring.
Good.
Yeah.
That's sharp.
There.
That's
Sharp.
really sharp.
So you see, once you're focused, you can simply take a picture, and best believe it'll be absolutely clear. But that's the professional mode. That's for guys who really want to get deep into photography. And if you want to learn, it's the greatest way to begin with it. Apart from that, we have other features such as slow-mo. I found that to be very cool, slow motion.
Yeah.
And do you have a coin in you? In fact, I do.
Of course I don't.
I have a 20 bob. This can do a lot. It can get you in jugos
Yeah, I
and
can
all.
just hold this.
So we're gonna roll this. We're gonna spin this coin, and we're gonna take a video of it in slow motion, and we're gonna show you exactly how it looks like. Agreed?
All right.
Okay. So we have our coin. So we're flipping our coin. Very satisfying.
Okay.
So we took a 6-second video, and now we're gonna play back that video so at least you can see what we mean by this slow motion. So here we go. You see that? In literal slow motion. Isn't that not cool?
That's cool.
That's absolutely cool. So basically, that's how you can do slow motion. Okay. So there are many things that you can actually do with this device. But apart from the many things that you can do, you can go swimming. Have you ever gone swimming with this phone?
Of course.
You could shower with this phone if you want. For all those guys who love listening to music when you're showering, you can do this. You can shower with it. You can go swimming with it.
Okay.
You can tembea Kenya with this phone. So now we're gonna take it swimming. Because I know this is, in fact, you know what? I'm going to remove these non-waterproof devices off the way so we don't have any mix-up. All right, so guys, this is the Samsung Galaxy S7. How much did you get this phone for?
I am not talking about the money.
It's expensive. Best believe it's expensive. So this is an investment right here. All right. Are you ready?
Of course I'm not ready.
I know you're not ready, but you know what? That's part of the fun. In fact, let's make sure that the screen is on so that they don't say this is a dummy. This is a live phone, guys. Live. No joke. We're going in swimming. It's a bit cold. Look at that. Yeah, and there are things happening. The water is a bit warm. I don't know if it's supposed to be warm or cold. Okay. There we have, and it's submerged in water, 100%. There's no part of the phone that is showing, literally, and it's inside. It's inside. And now you might wonder, okay, so how is it not working? Well, you know, Samsung have their ways of applying certain things onto the hard boards, onto the motherboards, and onto the device itself to keep water from going in. So let's lift it up. Check it out a bit, just to make sure.
What are you doing?
A bit. In the earphones, everywhere. So we need to confirm, is this phone working? All right, it's all wet. Nkali's heart is beating, I can hear it from here.
Wait a minute.
The phone is still working. You can stay safe knowing
You know what?
that your phone is good. But you can
I'm
go
out
and
of
make
here.
sure.
I am
Make
out
sure
of
it's
here.
there. But yes, guys,
Unbelievable
as you have
tonight.
clearly seen that phone can go, you know, everywhere, literally in water. But apart from that phone, we do have very interesting, you know, tech to show off today. And we have somebody who is fairly interesting, who has something amazing in store for us. And actually, before I do that, somebody asked me which device am I using. I'm using the Samsung Galaxy Note 2 at the moment, and I'm going to show you a quick app right before we can actually get to the next step. So, like I mentioned, we do have something very interesting for us to actually show you today, and I'm going to have somebody drive in who has a very interesting tech. Have you been in the position whereby you're stranded, you have a flat tire, you have nothing to do, you have nowhere to go, no help? What do you do? Well, we have somebody who is coming in the studio with us today. In fact, he's driving in, and he'll be able to help us on how we can, fill up flat tires by ourselves. Calvin.
How are you, Tendai?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, not bad. Yourself?
Very well, thank you.
Yes.
I see, you come right in, literally. Welcome,
Thank you.
All right, so with us here, we've got Calvin. Calvin, thank you very much for coming on the show today.
You're welcome.
And I know you have something very interesting to show us. Yeah?
Yes.
But apart from, before we even dive right into it, maybe you can tell us a bit about what your company does as an automobile.
Well, I work for Rob's Magic. We deal with suspension systems for Africa.
Okay.
That's your shocks, springs, bushes for the small cars, 4x4s, everything.
So when you mention, so you basically do like customization type of thing.
We do that too, yes. But
Yeah?
we have stuff for the cars that are on the road right now. All your Nissans, Toyotas, Mercedes, everything.
You mentioned shocks.
Yes.
What do you mean by shock? Like the
shock
ordinary
absorbers?
shocks that I can get?
No, no, no.
What
no.
makes your shocks different?
Different? I was specifically made and designed by Rob Collins himself for the car. Not like our competitors who have their shocks that are off the shelf. I'll give you an example. An NZE, we have it in 1300cc, 1500cc, 1800cc. Our competitors pick off the shelf just for NZE. Our shocks are designed for the 1300cc, 1500cc and 1800cc. Obviously the weight of the car for 1300cc and an 18 is different. That's why you find sometimes you'll buy a shock for your car, fit it with the springs and everything, and you find it very hard and rigid. Your dashboard, everything is shaking.
Because it's the wrong shock.
It's the wrong shock and wrong spring for that car. So ours are rated specifically for the car CC.
All right, so now I understand that we are gonna deflate this and you're gonna make it
Yeah,
come
so
back.
today I've come with a portable air compressor that you can carry in your car. It doesn't take much space inside.
Yeah. All right, so are we able to try that out?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. So how do we begin?
We need to deflate this tire.
Deflate the tire first.
Can we get something to deflate it with?
Yes, we can try find something. Yeah, something.
Yeah.
Perfect. So we're gonna intentionally deflate the tire.
And the good thing with this compressor is you don't, if you got your clean clothes, then you don't have to get dirty and stuff to change the spare tire.
Oh,
You
yes,
just fill in air and you can drive up to the next gas station and get your puncture.
So it also
sorted.
doesn't get you dirty as well.
No.
But then, I mean, there are also many risks that come with asking people for help, for let's say, to help you refuel. Maybe you can ask somebody and then you end up finding that person is like more harm than good.
Of course.
Or charging you,
I mean, you could imagine if you're on the roadside in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
You're not going to start flagging random people down
Exactly.
to help you.
To come help you put your
No,
pressure.
you don't know who you're flagging down.
That's very true. That's very true.
So let me get
So-
this compressor
All right,
from
no
the car.
problem. Also, it comes.
It comes in
pretty
this
easy bag. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. I see.
Easy to carry around bag.
All right then. So, how much do these roughly go for?
Inclusive VAT is about 19,140.
9,140.
Yeah, 19,140.
All right, I see. Well, I guess we're gonna see exactly what this system is doing firsthand, isn't it? So, I mean, once you also basically, it works like a traditional type of like the one you find at the petrol station.
Pretty
You
much
just
the
hook
same
it up.
thing. It's just small and more compact
Yeah.
than what's in the gas station.
Because I mean, it's pretty small and it's also not that heavy at all. It's pretty lightweight. How much does this weigh?
It's about 8 kilos.
Around 8 kilos only. So there's really no excuse not even to have this.
So it has these two cables that connect to your battery.
So the main battery itself.
Yeah.
Does it matter which red, black? Does it
Yes,
really matter?
red is positive, black is negative, and it's indicated on the battery with a plus sign and a minus sign on the other side. So the black one will go on the minus sign.
And the
It's
red
the
one, of
negative
course, on the
terminal.
plus side.
Yeah,
Nice. Well, that's, I mean, so that's
that's
a
it.
power
That's your
complete-
connection
That's
done.
it.
Yeah.
All right. So and then after that,
we've got this connector at the end here that screws onto the nozzle of the tire, which is right here. So you just screw it on. And it's pretty easy to screw on. I mean, I'm doing it with one hand.
With one hand.
Yeah.
And apart from a tire, could you fill up anything else?
Anything, maybe your tubes when you're going swimming, your soccer ball, it comes with a whole bunch of fitments.
Okay, there's multiple
adapters
tips.
too, yeah.
So you can do balls, sofas, trampolines, jumping castles.
Yeah, all that
Perfect.
stuff.
All right. So that's it. In terms of setup, we're done.
We're done.
That's all.
That's all.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
All right then. So
There's an on and off switch on this side.
uh-huh.
We'll turn it
Wait, so you mean it's actually filling up right now?
on. Yeah, right
That's
now it's
it?
filling. That's it.
Really?
You don't need to do anything now. You
Just
walk
sit
away.
back. You can walk
Yeah.
away. You can go.
You can do whatever you want to do now.
So how long roughly does it take, like, you know, to fill
We're
up?
looking at about a minute to fill up.
Roughly, what should it? Right. What?
For a car this size, a medium size, small car, about between 25 and 30 psi,
Yeah.
and it'll indicate here on it. One thing this compressor doesn't have is a cutout, so you need to monitor yourself and see. Once it's reached about 28, you can turn it off. If you do go over, it's not a problem. It's got a release valve at the back where you can release the pressure from.
Oh, I see. So you can release the pressure if it's too much.
So you can
Yeah.
get down to the right psi.
Oh, I see. So
We're done.
just like that.
Just like that.
That is very fast and very easy.
Yeah.
So without anyone's help, without, you know, taking a shilling or two away, no stress, no sweat.
Yeah,
You literally did not break a sweat with that. And the setup process is very simple. I think that anyone can easily just follow up even with the way we have actually just done it here. So can you do bigger cars, like, you know, tractors
Yes.
maybe?
Yes, you can do tractors. It'll
Do
take a lot
tractors.
longer to fill up the big tire, but you
But
can
it
do
will do it.
tractors, four-wheel drive tires, saloon
Wow.
cars, pretty much anything. It's
And
a
like you
portable
mentioned, even
compressor.
balls and anything that requires air, it can do.
Yes,
All right, that's interesting. And just in case there was so much noise there, you said what?
it's got a
to fill
release
up?
valve at the bottom here that you just press on it, and it releases the air from the tire, and you can get it up to the right pressure that you want. And like the gauge will help you see how much pressure is in the tire.
I see. Yeah, so I
And then
think
you
that's
just put it
basically-
back into the bag and
Whoa,
into your
whoa.
car, or if you're useless like me, you just grab it and dump
Yeah,
it in
good
the
to
back.
go.
Yeah.
Oh, that was impressive.
That is something, isn't
That
it?
is impressive. This is something that I would like to have.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, like you
Do you
clearly
think you
have
could
seen.
operate this?
Yeah, this is easier than
Even you could do
having
this.
the jack and everything.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
spanners,
pulling the tire
Removing
out.
the tire, and then putting the
Yeah.
other one back,
Yeah, and then the bolts.
and then the bolts.
This compressor has actually helped me out quite a lot because I go into the bush a lot and there's never anybody around there. When I
Yeah.
get a flat tire or I lose some pressure, this thing has saved me so many times.
Wow.
All
A
right.
couple of times also when I've gone out clubbing and I come out of the club and maybe my ex-girlfriend has been
tire.
emptying, huh?